The strongest magic in the world doesn't come from a wand or a top hat. It's actually found in the way we treat each other, and the story of one mysterious boy proves it. To find this story, we have to travel back over 100 years to a small, dusty village in India called Shirdi. One day, a 16-year-old boy appeared in this quiet town. He arrived with no money or bags, and nobody knew who he was or where he had come from. The villagers found him resting in the cool shade of a large, leafy neem tree, looking completely at peace. Because he never shared his name or where his family lived, the people of Shirdi began to call him Sai. It was their way of saying he was a saint. The neighbors often argued about which religion he belonged to. While they debated, the young boy would simply listen and smile at their confusion. Finally, he gave them an answer they would never forget. Sabka Malik Ek. God is one. With those words, he began teaching the village that every person is equal, no matter where they were born. As the years passed, the young boy grew into an older, gentle man. He wore a simple, torn robe called a kafni, and he started showing everyone around him a few incredible superpowers. Once, a man named Chand Patil was deeply worried because his horse had gone missing. Baba sat with him and helped him find the horse in an instant. Chand wanted to light his pipe to celebrate, but he had no fire, and the ground was bone dry. He was also terribly thirsty with no water in sight. Baba tapped his wooden stick against the dirt. A glowing, burning coal shot right out of the earth so Chand could light his pipe. Then he struck the dry ground again. A beautiful fountain of fresh water burst into the air so Chand could finally have a drink. Even with these powers over nature, Baba was most impressed by the magic of human love. He found that love in a motherly woman named Baijabai. Every day, she would walk miles into the thick forest to bring him warm flatbread and cooked greens. She would wait patiently for him to finish eating before she took a single bite herself. Baba never forgot how she looked after him. He wanted everyone to see that caring for a neighbor is the most important magic we can perform. Sometimes this magic happened in very funny ways. A friend of Baba's named Dr. Pillai was suffering from a terribly painful hurt leg. Baba promised that his leg would be cured, but he warned the doctor that the healing would happen in a way he didn't expect. A few minutes later, the man who swept the floors accidentally tripped and stepped right on Dr. Pillai's bad leg. Then, out of nowhere, a wild black crow flew down from the sky and pecked at that exact same spot. Dr. Pillai was shocked, but then he realized his leg felt wonderful. Those two silly accidents were actually the cure he had been waiting for. Baba lived and taught in an old, broken-down building he called Dwarkamai. Inside, he kept a sacred fire called a duni burning at all times. It made the whole place feel warm and welcoming for anyone who visited. Dwarkamai became a special home where people of all different backgrounds sat by the fire together, celebrating life like one big family. In 1918, Baba's body grew very old. It was time for him to take his Mahasamadhi and return his spirit back to God. His story continues because, before he left, he made a very special, unbreakable promise to all of us. He said that even without a physical body, he would come running to help anyone who calls for him with a kind and loving heart. We see this promise in action every day. When you share your lunch or help a friend, you are keeping Baba's spirit of kindness alive. He left us with two simple words to live by, Shraddha and Sabori. They are reminders to always have faith and patience. When you are patient and kind to everyone you meet, you'll be Baba's friend forever. Om Sai Ram.